we have seen a shift of men going away from traditional masculinity to a more androgynous role, right? A mix of femininity and masculinity, yet masculine traits are essential for the fabric of society and infrastructure, and it's not even your fault. See, most men stop being masculine because you were told it's not even needed. You were told the patriarchy is toxic, so you folded, you gave in to the lie. But yes, at the end of the day, both men and women are essential for life. We are both needed. Men itself build the infrastructure that we live and thrive on. It is men that have built all major infrastructure, all major software that we thrive and build on and communicate on. It is men that save lives daily and lose their life doing so. Your doctors, your firemen, bro, you know, I think it's like 70% of doctors, they're men. 88% of policemen are men. 86% of firefighters are men. 73% of the military are men. All these positions require physical strength. Almost all of them are needed, right? All these positions require discipline, hard work, uncanny focus, thriving ambition, almost all of which are traditional masculine traits. So yes, your masculinity is needed. Number two, our testosterone levels are too low. Most of you don't know this, but those natural masculine traits, that competitiveness, right? That strength, most of this is driven by our hormone, which is testosterone. The more you have of it inside of you, the more you tend to be masculine or have those masculine traits. Most of you don't know this, but our testosterone levels as a generation are on a decline. We are not the men that our fathers were, basically. Our fathers, on average, had 20% more testosterone in each age group than what we have today. Imagine what our grandfathers have had. And it's not our fault, right? It's the products that we consume. It's the obesity that strikes us. All these things lower our testosterone, but we don't have to just take it. 3, being too vulnerable became applauded. Never in human history, never even in the animal kingdom has it been applauded for you to show weakness or vulnerability. Showing defeat is not a sign of strength. It actually, see, most people tend to forget that people are naturally greedy. It is what it is. We live in a society where everybody's self-seeking. Everybody's looking for themselves. It is survival of the fittest. It is ingrained in our DNA. It's hard to fight it. When they see a sign of weakness, they will capitalize on that. You don't want to show vulnerability. As men, you have to understand that your emotions are very real. You have to understand them. But that doesn't mean you have to show them to the world, that you have to cry on camera so everybody can give you a hug. You have to know that expressing your emotions and your vulnerability at the end of the day won't solve your core problem. Let's say your core problem is you're broke, right? You're broke, you have zero in the bank account, you're stressed the hell out. All you want to do is sit, cry, whine, complain, whatever the hell. You being vulnerable, going to your friends like, yeah, man, I'm broke, this, that. All you'll get is a pity party, none of which will solve your core problem. You need to figure out how to make more cash. You need to figure out how to stop spending so much cash. These are problems that both have actionable steps that you can put into practice. And I'll tell you this, give me any problem you have. And instead of taking the emotional approach, just once in your life, recognize the emotion. It hurts, you want to cry, it sucks, okay, that's fine. But now put an actionable game plan into place. Say you got heartbroken, you got dumped, you got your girl cheated on you, whatever it is. Put a game plan in place, right? I'll never get cheated again. How's that going to happen? All right, I'll become a high status dude. I'll make as much money as possible. I'll look as attractive as possible. I'll have as much charisma as possible. Work the next 2, 3, 5 years into becoming that man. I promise you, you'll never look back. You'll never look back, and you'll be a stronger version of yourself rather than you kicking, screaming, complaining, and crying. You can cry for the next 5 years. You'll stay in the same place, and you'll get cheated on again. But that second guy, the one that takes a logical approach, he actually fixed this problem. 4, you were made to believe it was toxic. And I think this was on purpose. They called it toxic when in reality they felt threatened. Think about it this way. Think about you as a physically stronger man. You're independent, you're disciplined, you know how to make money, you're well-focused, you're an oiled machine. Nobody can distract you. That's a dangerous man. You're free of thought. Nobody can control you. You pave your own path. And weak men and weak women, they'll see this as a threat. And rather than calling it what it is, they'll say you're toxic to try to suppress you. So you give in those masculine traits and don't pursue them. And this ultimately takes me to number 5. You then think you will be rewarded. You were told a lie that if you gave up those masculine traits because they were toxic, they would reward you for it. So what do? You instead turn docile into a cuck. Now you get controlled, manipulated, and used for attention. This is why most of you don't even win with women. Why you can't get girls. Why most of you are still searching how to get a girl and you're getting played left and right. You're docile. You have given them everything instead of working fully on yourself to become your true potential. If you were to switch your mindset and work fully on yourself to become the man that you possibly could be, the best version of yourself, I promise you, you would get that girl's attention. So forget Googling how to get the girl. You should Google how to become a better man.